What's up, everybody? Long time no see. Here to give y'all a new video. Y'all come on in. Y'all come on in. I'll give a few more seconds and we'll get started. Well, let us begin. Now, as y'all know, the title of this video is called The Metaphysical Connections Between Black Panther and Aquaman, and how it relates to the King Arthur mythos. Now, for many years, for actually the last 2 years, heavily, but they release a lot of King Arthurish type movies, and they do this for a reason. What up, Jermaine? And I'm gonna go over that in just a second. But what I first want to talk about is what are the connections between Black Panther and Aquaman. These two movies are unique in that they are telling an ancient story for the most part. And we're gonna start with Black Panther since he came out first. Black Panther was about showing us our celestial heritage and where we was in the beginning, and what we're going back to now. Now, they originally this energy here, by being the Panther, you know, the deity represented by the deity of Tiamat. This energy here is from the ancient cat goddesses and lion gods of, say, you could say the Syrian energy, the Syrian frequency or dimension. You could say that the Syrian realms. This is where their ancient history stems from, and this is what the teachings are about in this movie. Now, the story takes place with T'Challa, you know, and his father passed, so now the torch has been passed from the father to the son. You know, it's the Christ energy, the Heru energy. You see what I'm saying? So now he goes on his journey to become king. He becomes king, and then they introduce his the antagonist of the movie, which is his cousin, Eric Killmonger. And of course, y'all know they got history. His father kills Killmonger's daddy because his daddy betrayed the kingdom. So there's always, I've noticed, a family feud going on with movies like Black Panther and Aquaman when we dealing with highly advanced civilizations and royalty. And the reason why you see these family feuds is because nobody loves or hates more passionately than family. Got that from a movie called Call Me King. So since how this is how it is, a lot of times when you on this level, when you have this advanced civilization, it's a lot of subtle feuds between these families in the background. And from time to time, the feuds get so bad, it spill over into the society and affect the society. Now, I find it interesting in Aquaman, this same storyline was taking place, but in reverse. Because Black Panther is the solar, but Aquaman, I noticed, is the lunar. So, if Black Panther is telling this, is giving you this ancient, Pantherian, cat goddess, lion goddess, lion god frequency, then Aquaman is giving you the nomos, this ancient period where we were aquatic beings living in the oceans of Earth and came from also the Syrian energy. Our ancestors, we had an ancestral connection also from them. So they talking about the nomos in Aquaman. So these are ancient stories, and they also having a family feud where the guy's name is Arthur. Interesting enough. And he is not king in this movie. He's Eric Killmonger in reverse. He's not king, but he's the hero. Whereas Eric Killmonger's not king, but he's the villain. See what I'm saying? So he was, half breed, half Atlantean, half human. And what's going on with what's going on here is his brother became corrupt, so they called for him to become true king, and he goes through that storyline to become king. Whereas in Black Panther, Eric Killmonger is Alpha Vengeance, Alpha Blood, because they took his they took his father from him, so he wants to become king so he could change the world. Whereas in Aquaman, he don't want to become king. The only reason he even went to Atlantis is because they was threatening war. So he just came to stop the war. Whereas Eric Killmonger came to bring war. You see what I'm saying? So you see the synchronicities here. You see the solar and the lunar here. The solar and lunar energies, So that's the difference between these two storylines. Of course, y'all know how I go in Black Panther. T'Challa rise up. He actually become king because he got that set energy. You see what I'm saying? He the warrior who came to show T'Challa that, hey, y'all stagnant. Y'all ain't doing nothing. Y'all just sitting here with all this power and technology and ain't trying to create change. Whereas in Aquaman, he was also stagnant. He was just chilling, living his life, but he was called to stop the war, the impending war that was about to happen on the planet. So you see these storylines. So he was another Hell Root archetype. So, but his brother was set in that movie in Aquaman, so they reversed the roles. So it's parallel. They live in they two different frequencies, doing two different things, but it's the same story in reverse. It's just Heru and Set. Sometimes the Set-like person may turn out to be Heru, and sometimes the Heru-like person may turn out to be Set. That's what they showed you in this frequency. See what I'm saying? So, what's going on with these two movies is they showing you some advanced technology, some advanced science, some advanced magic in both movies. And in Aquaman, old girls, they showed you hydrokinesis, which is the ability to manipulate water. They showed you their advanced technologies and how it was made. They showed you magic, because old girl could manipulate. She could manipulate, use magic to do all type of shit. So they were showing you these gifts. Whereas in Black Panther, you know, they showed you the scene where he went into the temple and he drank the heart-shaped herb, which is the crown chakra, because it's purple, the purple heart. So he went to the ancestral realm. You know, that was their way of going to the ancestral realm, activating their melanin or whatever, and doing what they need to do, and getting their upgrades and insights there. So they showing you advanced sciences in these two movies. Now, how this relate to King Arthur, the King Arthur mythos here. This movie here is called King Arthur: Legend of the Sword. Jermaine, they blocked me from sharing your live and Facebook. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's all right. I'll do it later. So yeah. But this movie here is called King Arthur: Legend of the Sword. It came out a couple years ago. But the reason why I picked this movie is because it's the closest to the original true King Arthur energy. You see what I'm saying? Arthurian energy. And in this movie, they talking about, you know, it's the original story. Arthur has to go and pull the sword out the stone, and he has to go on his journey of the hero to become king. So all three of these movies are related in that everybody got to become king. And what do they mean by king? What do they mean? They mean that these beings are have an advanced Jedi lineage, and they are privy to the, what I would like to say, inheritances and all that comes along with that inheritance with it, if they so choose to take up the path. Sometimes it's about bloodline, sometimes it's spiritual, but most of the time it's already in your blood. You already destined for this. So this is what happened with T'Challa. This is what happened with Arthur and Aquaman, and this is what happened in King Arthur. You know. So here we go. And what's going on here is the biggest connection is Excalibur. Well, what's going on with Excalibur? You wouldn't know it, but Excalibur is in all three of these movies. In Black Panther, it's his necklace. And in his necklace, Excalibur has his whole Black Panther suit encoded in it. And Aquaman is the trident. And in King Arthur, of course, is the sword. And I've noticed since about 2017, they've been dropping King Arthur movies hard. I think the first movie started with Triple X, Return of Xander Cage. And I also noticed, as I've tracked these movies over the last couple of years, that they bring out a movie and they raise the energy up. Then the following movie, they shut it down. Like Triple X, Return of Xander Cage, they raised it up and then they shut it down in Fast and the Furious 8. Then it came with this King Arthur movie here, Legend of the Sword, where they rose the energy up. Then they shut it down again in Transformers, the last night. Then they rose it up again with the movie Dark Tower with Idris Elba, and then they shut it down again with Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Then they rose it up again with Black Panther, and I noticed they didn't shut it down again until this last movie that came out called The Kid Who Would Be King. Now, I was like, okay, why are they attacking the kids now? They're attacking the kids because the kids' minds are in flux now, so they way more susceptible to the subconscious programming. A lot of adults have started to catch on that there's something going on with these movies. You see what I'm saying? So instead they're attacking the kids now. But it's a lot going on with this Excalibur energy. It's a lot going on with these movies, these royal families, these royal energies, these family feuds, this alchemical synchronicity between the movies. It's a lot going on, cause if Black Panther telling the celestial story of the Panther gods and goddesses, and Aquaman is telling the celestial story of the Nomos, the aquatic gods and goddesses, then King Arthur is telling the story of how of the original it that there's a original frequency for each age, and in each age, Excalibur represents that particular age. It takes the form of which that what's going on in that age. Like, say for example, the sword Excalibur was for the age of the knight and the age of the warrior. So in this age came along the samurai, the ninja, assassins, all type of warrior groups, spiritual warrior groups that rose up. The Knight Templars, you see what I'm saying? And all these warrior groups, the Magi, the Jedi, they existed and they rose to prominence during this cycle. So it was Excalibur. But before it was Excalibur, it was Merlin's scepter, which represented the age of magic. And all the Magi that lived during that time period. You see what I'm saying? And the scepter, of course, represents the Jed pillar. But Excalibur represents the frequency that's going on in the age that's happening. So Merlin's scepter represented the age of magicians, which was ancient Egypt, Atlantis, Lemuria, ancient Nubia, ancient America, ancient Asia. The list goes on. This was represented during this age of the Magi. Then before that, they showed you Aquaman that he had a trident. The Excalibur took the form of a trident, which was the age of the Nomos, when we were aquatic beings in the ocean, and our magic was more like how it was in Aquaman. You see what I'm saying? Hydrokinesis, manipulate, telepathy. Our bodies was adapted to the waters. You see what I'm saying? So, with this being said, it always take this age for what's going on. Now, the Dark Tower with Idris Elba, Excalibur took the form of guns. See what I'm saying? It took the form of guns. And the Knights of Eld, I think that's what they was called in that movie. Knights of Eld, and they were gunslingers. And this was represented by the cowboy, the revolutionary, the soldiers of this age, because we're still in the age of the gun right now. So Excalibur still is taking the form of the gun, and is switching back to the scepter. You see, Merlin's scepter. So we're going back to the age of the mystic now. So this is what Excalibur represents. You see what I'm saying? This is the power Excalibur is showing you. It's showing you the frequency of the age and what you can do to tap into the age. Because at this point, pretty much everybody, most people on the planet has used a gun. You see what I'm saying? So everybody has tapped into their frequency in this life. A lot of people have. Some people haven't, but most warriors, spiritual warriors, and warriors have definitely tapped into their frequency. So now that we're going back to the age of the mystic, now magic is becoming more prominent in the Aquarian age. So we're going back to Merlin's scepter now. See, it's multiple cycles, and they've been doing this for a while. They've been doing it hard for the last 2 years. I know they've been doing it hard for the last 2 years. And why have they been doing this? Well, in the movie, they always show you how they're always being knighted in these movies. You see what I'm saying? Them being knighted is another way of saying them being anointed, them being chosen to rise up for this spiritual cause. You see what I'm saying? And I found it interesting in the latest King Arthur movie out right now for the kids. It's called The Kid Who Would Be King. And in this movie, he knighted them, but anytime whoever he knighted, they wouldn't vanquish. They wouldn't vanish. Because, they showed you that in Avengers Infinity War. When Thanos did the Infinity Snap, everybody just perished. Everybody who went on, it was a balance. To balance out the universe, they perished. Well, they answer why they did that, or how this taking place in this particular movie. When he knighted somebody or anointed somebody, they were safe from just vanishing in the movie. You see what I'm saying? They were safe from disappearing. And why is this? The reason why they were safe from disappearing is because they was vibrating at least at 528 hertz, which was heart chakra, empathy. And they show you that in the movie. When the kid throw the sword to the lady of the lake, it was like a little gem in there, and it glowed green. It glowed green. What's up, Will? And when it glowed green, you know they talk about this heart chakra, this emotion, this empathy, this the vibration of it, the frequency. So they answered that question in Avengers Infinity War as to why all these people perish. The reason why they perishing is they're not vibrating at 528 hertz, because the cycle is ending, and if you ain't at least vibrating at that frequency, then you subject to termination in this life. Because Earth is moving on, and it's not because hatred or some crazy shit like that. It's because Earth is moving to the fifth dimension, or gonna be starting to kick out fifth dimensional frequencies, and this third dimensional body can't handle that anymore. So if it ain't kicking out at least 528 hertz, which is the resonance of Earth's soul, then you in trouble. You see what I'm saying? You subject to termination because you still kicking out a third dimensional frequency. So that's what they showed in this kid movie. And you see, and the goddess Morgana, who is Morgan Le Fay in Avalon Mythos for King Arthur, she said in the movie, "Why you protecting them, Merlin? Because you shouldn't be protecting them because they disconnected from magic and nature." And when she said nature, she talking about the natural energies of your heart chakra. They disconnected from this. So why are you protecting them? And you know, they got, for the actor for Merlin, they got Xavier. You know, he played the role of Martin Luther King. You know, integrating to the third dimension. Don't rise above it. You know, that philosophy. So they had him play. Merlin. You know, I think they just getting him back for Star Trek, for real. But in this movie, she's like, yeah, why you protecting them? Why you won't let the divine feminine energy rise again so we can get up out of here, so we can get free? You see they disconnected from magic. You see they disconnected from nature. You see they ain't got no consciousness for real, and they destroying themselves. So why not allow the resurrection of this divine feminine energy? Because when the divine feminine rise, the divine masculine gonna rise with it automatically. You see what I'm saying? By default. So that's what they showed you. That's what they showing you in these King Arthur movies. I've been tracking them for years now. It's been plenty of King Arthur movies came out. Equalizer. It's a succession. These movies are literally one big storyline, one big grimoire. If you look at them as holistically, they are one big grimoire, King Arthur grimoire to be precise. And there's multiple movies. You also had Equalizer 2, The First Purge. You had Spider-Man that just recently came out, Into the Spider-Verse. Come on now, Into the Spider-Verse. They tell you into the inner worlds, the inner realities, the ultimate dimension, which is your imagination, which is the God realms, which is the multiverse, which is multi-dimensional state. So they telling you in all these movies, all these King Arthur like movies, you gotta do this. You gotta raise your frequency, or you're gonna be subject to termination, like they showed you in Avengers Infinity War, and the kid who would be king. So they literally telling you what's going on here in these movies. They showing in Aquaman, you notice when he got the trident, which was a beautiful scene, he erupted with gold light, and his suit or armor is gold. You know, gold light is soul light. So he was kicking out a soul frequency now. His soul was emanating, and of course his pants was green. So and he was able to, now that he in tune now, he was able to connect with all living things all around the planet in the ocean. And he was able to rise up and save his people. They keep telling you what it's about. You gotta go within, rise up your chakras, have your Kundalini awakening, and get in touch with your ancestors, the deities, the gods. They keep telling you the same old shit. That's the only way you're gonna get up out of here. You gotta continue this work. You gotta rise up and do what needs to be done, or you won't make it through this cycle. You see what I'm saying? So that's what's going on. Another thing that's going on in these movies, these King Arthur movies, the movies that they shut you down, that they shut the energy down. You know, I told you they got movies where they raise the energy up, then they got movies where they shut it down. I noticed in every movie that they shut it down, they shut this energy down. They going against the divine feminine, and it started with the movie The Last Witcher. With Vin Diesel. It really started then. The divine feminine was trying to tell him, we trying to heal the earth. And Vin Diesel ain't want to hear that. He's like, nah, fuck that. We want to keep this paradigm here going. That's what he was fighting for. He want to fight for this paradigm, this third dimensional frequency. So in every movie, they attacking the divine feminine in these King Arthur texts. I know they'll let you awaken your force. They'll let you get to the heart chakra level, but you ain't supposed to rise up out of here through your crime. They'll let you get that far, cause in the kid who will be king, they were literally fighting the divine feminine and ancestors. They said it in the movie. They said they are warriors that are long dead. Her soldiers in the movie who were warriors that was long dead. Them ancestors, them deities, them guys. And the guys was coming back to remind them who they truly were. And they even came close in the movie to giving her Excalibur. Cause she had dibs on Excalibur. Truth be told. He even was about to give it to her, and then he stabbed her. He tricked her and stabbed her once again. He betrayed the divine feminine. So that's what you're seeing in these movies now. You can rise up, you can gain your force, you can use your power, but you ain't supposed to connect with the divine feminine. You ain't supposed to connect with the ancestors and deities. That's literally what they're telling you in these movies now. So that's what this King Arthur energy is about. It's in Black Panther. It's in Avengers Infinity War. Cause Thanos, the Infinity Glove was another Excalibur in another form. And they just told you on that shit. They gave you the 7 chakras. So they gave you the first 5, and then he was the 6th. I mean, they gave you the first 6, and he was the 7th. You see what I'm saying? He was the 7th chakra. So they keep telling you in these movies what it is. You gotta get on your magic. You gotta get back to the ancestors, the deities. You gotta get back to it. Shoot. And they showed you in King Arthur here how it's done. This is why this is my favorite King Arthur movie here. Cause they actually gave you a step-by-step process. And the secret is on the sword itself. When he first pulled the sword out the stone, the writing on there, only 1/3 of it had activated. And this is him having a standard awakening. Then as he went on and he grew spiritually, then when he went to what they call the Dark Lands, the ancestral realm, he had a second awakening, which was his magical awakening, right? So he went through this process. Then towards the end, when he was fighting his uncle Vortigern, he finally conquered what he needed to conquer inside of him, and then he had a full awakening, which was the 3rd level. Really, the Jed Pillar show you from Egypt is 4 levels, but they only gave you 3 in this movie, because they gave you the 4th level is what the Sufi call the perfected man or the perfected God. That's in any movie you usually see, especially these king movies. That's them at the end of the movie when they're on their throne. The perfected God, perfected goddess, perfected man, perfected woman, and it's represented by number 10, which you see. There's a lot of movies. This X symbolism. X represent activation into universal power, genetic activation into universal power, and it also represents the number 10 also adds up to number 1, which is one holistic being. You become androgynous. You become whole. You become free. You see what I'm saying? So this the signs they give you, and you see this all through Black Panther, the X. So they keep showing you, and in Aquaman, which blew my mind. The what got Atlantis sunk was they was using their powers, and they got arrogant with their powers, and it triggered the fall of Atlantis. And the very thing that caused the fall for the next cycle was the very thing that powered their city. And it literally, I should have brought the book in here. It's in the Cepher Yet Zero. It's at the back of the book is a giant what they call the Kabbalah key, and it got a lot of writing in there for a lot of symbols in there. One of them being Iove, which is one of the secret names of God. So that was literally what was powering the city, the Kabbalah key, the vortex, that they harnessed the free energy, the life force that they harnessed to power their city. That's literally what was powering it in Aquaman. So they showing it to you. They showing you these ancient sciences. It was all over the place. So let's see what else. Let's see what else here. Make sure I covered everything. And another thing I'm noticing in a lot of these King Arthur movies, one other thing I seem to be noticing is they always throw you in water. Now, why they always throw you in water? And in the original King Arthur legends, they always show you the Lady of the Lake. Now, who is this being that's in the lake? Who is this? This is your inner deity. Yes. This is your inner deity. Literally dwells in your subconscious mind, and when you get in tune with it, you can hear his voice from your heart chakra. The inner voice from your inner deity in your heart chakra. It's a silent voice that helps you on your path. It may be a little rusty at first, because you're still building up your intuition. But the more you just listen to it, and even if nothing happens, you still listen to it, and it'll build up your intuitive insights, and they'll become more and more accurate. That's how you build up your inner voice when you're able to hear it. But you're gonna hear it in your heart center here. And what this inner deity always tell you is you trying to tell you who you really are, and why you really down here. You down here for a purpose. You down here to show everybody else who trying to find their way that there's more. There's more than just what we seeing here. There's more than just this physical, this material world. This is only a piece. This is only like 0.001% of creation. This physical realm. It is the densest form of energy. What about the other 99.999% of creation? What about that? You see what I'm saying? So the other percentage is spiritual, it's magical. So you gotta go within. You gotta find this within yourself. You gotta find this in your mind, in your imagination, in your internal world. Everybody has inside them a personal dimension that they can go into and find peace and harmony, and then they can traverse the multiverse. You see what I'm saying? The internal verse, the ultimate dimension, nirvana, as they say, which I'll talk about that later on down the road. We gonna actually have a lecture on that. So with that being said, this pretty much ends this lecture here. Y'all have any questions? Well, if y'all don't have no question, then I'm Marvin Jones. Share this, put the word out, and I'm out. Peace.